Denzel right now. Denzel right now, I would say it's a father, a rapper, a husband. Denzel right now is somebody that wants to improve himself in ways where it's not maybe a physical thing, but more like trying to align with what he's trying to achieve and his purpose on earth.
Diep in my gedagtes, sien er hou my agter. Ek zweer ek voel die druk van 'n so groot verwagting. Besluite word gemaak van my eie onhalwe. Somtyds mis ek die dae waar ek skryf in my kamer. Want deesdae voel dit baie ek skryf vir opinies, vir mense om te follow en like vir 'n image. Maak seker dat jou song is reg vir radio. Almal soek 'n baby te explicit vir die radio. Seker, maar jou
would be to be a present father. I think that is one of the things that bothers me the most, especially doing this music thing, is when you want to achieve something and you're working so hard to get it, you get lost sometimes by being present at home, being present for somebody that needs you sometimes, because you give so much of yourself when it comes to the music. You start to detach when you get home sometimes, and I would say for me it's just being present and enjoying the little things. That's the most important part for me.
Mense is geneig net om te wys wat's op die boek kan. Min te weet die grond is diep, so kyk wat gaan daar onder aan. Sodra jy die pinkie gee, dan gryp hulle die hele hand. Nou is jy ook ondergrond en wonder hoe jy hier gekom. Tussen die geraas en sy weet hy is 'n leedop. Nou is jy in tops, jy moet spaar, maar jy smaak het dop. Probleme op jou mind en jou braas is hoe jy...
I'm trying to become one of the biggest rappers in South Africa. As difficult as that may sound, but we've been doing it gradually though. We started with Atlantis, and I feel like we've conquered Atlantis in a way where people feel like they know us by now for what we do. I think the next step now would be Cape Town, and as you can see, the moves that we're making recently, it's more based for Cape Town, branching out to Cape Town. So I think the next step would be conquer Cape Town. However that may sound, people may think conquer means like you're the best rapper in Cape Town, but that's not necessarily the case. What I mean by saying conquering Cape Town is that I need to get my name out here now. There's some people that know us, but we want to be established in town now. That's the main plan for us, and then after that, South Africa. What's taking up my mind? Sometimes it's maybe recognition. Some days it's just getting by writing a song and make you feel better. Some days it's all the analytics when it comes to music. Is your brand good enough? Are you moving in the right way? Are you in the right circles? But for me, mostly it's alignment, bro. Like I just want to be aligned with my purpose, aligned with what I do. But I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say it doesn't bother me to be recognized, or it doesn't bother me to get on stages where I want to be.
Enige iets net vir 'n glimlag, so gretig vir 'n change, maak jy 'n property in Tilbag. Hassies in 'n marathon, ek is maar die skilpad. Sy doen dit vir die credit en daai soek dit sy skuld maak.
The job is definitely something that we had to let go of. I had to let go of. It was a very difficult decision. Till today, there is some corners where you feel like, shouldn't I go back to work or try to just put some food on the table? But then you get like certain days where you're working with certain artists or certain stages and meet certain people, then you feel like, oh, this is the reason why I'm making the sacrifice to be a rapper.
Jy wil net 'n verskil maak, at least net 'n verskil sien. Terugsit in jou polo en jou hand is vol gold rings. Goue ringe maar jou vinger dis so kort soos jou sokkies. The way jy sê, het lyk vir my jou circle is blokkies. So baie mense op die ys verloor die huis vir 'n hokkie, 'n familie net vir 'n tokkie, maar ons almal weet is dieper as daai van die dealer en die consumer is 'n colored guy.
What I've learned in the 6 months is that talent is, I always heard about it, but I was like, nah, it can't be, man. But what I've heard was like, I learned was that talent is really just 15% of what we're doing. It's really 15% of what we're doing. When we started out with this music thing, that was years back with friends, and we were just chilling, smoking, drinking, being teenagers, and we used to download beats and we used to freestyle on it, and then we recorded on an iPhone 4. But what I'm trying to say is that time when we were recording on the iPhone 4, in our mind, it was like you only need that one specific track to get you through the doors. And stepping into the industry, stepping into what we need to do, and all the things that we saw and picked up, it came to us to be like, yo, like there's so much things that you need to do in order to get to the level that you think you want to be.
Niemand wil jou sê, jy kan nie rippie, hulle hou jou hippie. Brother was 'n bok, super soep, sy gat ons die steppie. 10 uit 10 vir verses as ek grip, ek voel aan soos Messi. Mense wil nou bel en praat van, ka ekie investie, 'n rapper van die ei. Ek sien een wat sy nie wil testie. Ever since baby, nou maak sy soos ons twee is besties. Even voor young was ek die man, sy wou nie besefie.
I used to call it reality. I call it reality rap. People call it conscious rap. Most of the time, when the reason why I say reality rap is because I'm painting a picture of what I am seeing in my community or wherever I go. So even though I'm making certain types of music when it comes to the hip hop thing, like for me, it's always about what can I leave you with. I listen to a lot of conscious rappers, so I always try to give like a positive message, but I know the world isn't structured in that way where you're just gonna suck out positivity and implement it like you want to. But for me, the music, the message would always be my story, but the link I'm trying to do is to figure out how do I make my story universal, because obviously a lot of people also go through tough times.
Is net so rol vir my, maar jy soekie synthetics. Min wat ek het maaie, een van hulle is zo die basic. Mense wat sukses behaal, maar hulle verlaat hierdie plekkie. Hulle sien die waarde van Atlantis en bou die aesthetics. Father figure vir 'n klom, like dis wat clearly nie het nie.
It's actually crazy because when I started out, I had this, I knew what music, how powerful it is, and put it like that, because I went to a few festivals and I always got that feeling, a certain period in the night where it's like, yo, like this music is so amazing, like it's touching me. And when I listen to pop music, pop music is a very good example also, because pop music makes you feel something, especially when you can resonate to the lyrics. When it comes to hip-hop music though, hip-hop music for me is more like a storytelling thing. So when somebody share their story or share their opinions about something, and that's how you latch onto it. But what I'm trying to do with the music when it comes to mine is, I always knew the way music lasts. I talk about it as in a way it's like it's forever music, meaning when it latch onto a certain memory. Say you're in the club and you listen to a song, but you've been talking to this one girl on that, you will never forget that girl based on that song and that experience that you had in the club. So I'm trying to achieve that, but in different ways. It can be in the club, it can be a breakup, it can be losing a loved one, it can be losing certain people to the streets or whatever. So I just know that I want my music to make people feel something when they listen to it.
Feit is ingemoer van my baba is die albie hero. Manager in Italy, hy sip maar cafe garetto. Hoe kan sy sukses behaal, jou woordeskat bly aan op netto. Die struggle het jou so, die lang pad is al wat sy het nou. Twee destinaties sit by jou, net die tronk of die dood. En as te hoop is sieke bekering of kry jou gedoop.
Now, what I am grateful for is the fact that I can pay attention to the little things. That is the thing I'm most grateful for. When you take your son to school and what that moment does for you. We are so busy with our day-to-day lives and going to work and paying bills, and we just don't pay attention to the small things. And I feel like that small things, that is actually what life is about.
Rippers wat so lean, die is die naaste wat sy kom aan die stroop. Hoe kan sy wil rip oor die geel met sy skarrele brood? Die waarheid maak seer en ek weet aan is min wat het likes. The truth will set you free, maar my fiets of fee kom in 'n prys. Soms is het geel of die moord wat ek pleeg op die mic. Duime in die pad as ek loop, het lyk hulle hike.
The thing that scares me is, am I making the right decision by following this dream? Bear in mind, I have people around me that's getting degrees and getting honors and getting security and a house and a car, and like they're settling down. I'm basically putting my family through torment because I'm following this dream and they're on this journey with me. So the thing that scares me the most is I have to ask myself sometimes, like, are you really making the right decision? Especially on the tough days. Like the tough days is the worst. I think that is when it creeps in.
Net om al my lyne af te breek is 'n breinoperasie. Versus is soos wakker pies, ek weet nie hoe jy op my slaapie. Wenne daar aan Josie, laat dit lyk ek is nie van die kapie. Lyk ek word die seppet van die game van die rappers se skapies. Doen die nommers ek praat nie. Hoe kan jy boom en afbreekers en fok op fondasie? Is dat jou number wat daar speel? Hoe kan ek die gapie? En nou op liegen al jou lyne, God ga jou nie helpie.
So, like you know, when we started the journey, it was in English, because that was where I was comfortable in. But always going to when we do shows in communities and areas where we from, the people still showed mad love, mad support. Excuse me, mad love, mad support, and but there was always like a disconnecting, like. There was always a disconnecting. I could see and feel it. So in my mind it was like, it doesn't matter how good you get in English, you still need to figure out, because of your demographic and where you are from, how are you going to resonate to the Cape Town audience. And I've been writing Afrikaans in the background for a while because I didn't want to step onto the scene and disrespect Afrikaans artists by just trying Afrikaans because it's something that's going to help me. I was working in the background, working on my raps, working on the way I deliver, and the first track that we did is actually insane because when I started the journey, the one of the goals was always to make a song with Youngster, and getting to that point a few years back, if I had that conversation with myself, I would have never thought that I would be rapping in Afrikaans on a song with Youngster. So the reason I bridged over to Afrikaans was basically because I felt disconnected to the audience. I felt disconnected to the people around me, and I felt like I wasn't being heard to the fullest capacity that I want to. But the trick was always to figure out how to deliver this Afrikaans thing. It was very important for me, and currently now I'm blessed enough to be in a position where I can still convey my message in a way where Afrikaans people feel like dis wat is aan nou. So currently now I'm definitely in my Afrikaans bag. It inspires me, and it just gives me that urge to get better in it. And I'm doing quite good. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm not doing too bad. But the English is not off the table. I would try to balance it and get both, but I feel like the main idea would be to conquer Cape Town with Afrikaans, and then just go conquer Josie with English, and just conquer the country in however way possible, creatively. The thing that excites me is the fact that we don't know what the outcome is going to be of what we're doing. I think that is the most exciting part. But running this race is like, you have to wake up every morning, do what you love to do, record music, and you just never know what can happen with your life. I think that part excites me. The next version of me is the one that's going to be on your TV and the radios and
I like that.